In this video, I'm going to show you how to find a missing side using SOHCAHTOA, but when the x, or the letter that you are looking for, is on the bottom of the fraction. You'll see what I mean by that shortly. Example 1, find x correct to 1 decimal place, 1 dp decimal place. So what we have is a right angled triangle. Here's my right angle. I have a mystery x length here, and I have a 5 here. I have an angle 35 degrees here. So a bit like we've already been doing, we label our triangle. So if this is the right angle, this here is H. If this is the angle that we know, 35 degrees, this is O, and this is the adjacent A. We then tick the ones that we know. We know O, and the one that you want to know. We want to know H. So which ratio from SOHCAHTOA, has O and H in it? The answer is sine. So I'm going to use sine here. So I'm going to write sine 35 degrees is O over H. So sine 35 degrees will be, in this triangle, my O number is 5, divided by my H number, which is X. Uh-oh, this is weird. This hasn't happened to us before, where the X is on the bottom. In previous examples, the X was on the top and the number was on the bottom. So how do we finish this sum? Well, what we do is we want to get rid of a divide. So to get rid of this divide by X, we multiply across by X. So step 1 is you multiply the X across. So X sine 35 degrees will equal 5. But we want X on its own. So we want to get this X on its own. And this X is being multiplied by sine 35. It's being multiplied by sine 35. In fact, I could even write it like that. X multiplied by sine 35 is 5. How do you get rid of a multiply in maths? You divide. So we say X will equal 5 divided by sine 35. So a shortcut is, it's almost like the X and the sine 35 swap places. The X comes up, the sine 35 comes down. But really what we're doing is we're multiplying across and then dividing across. And this we can type into our calculator. So what I'm going to do is I get my calculator, and the first thing I do is press the fraction key. And on the top I type 5, and I arrow down, and I type in sine 35 and close that little bracket. And then I press equals. And 8.717 comes up. 8.717. 8.717. Now my answer, they wanted me to get X correct to 1 decimal place, so it's going to be 8.7. Look back at your picture. Are there any units, centimeters or meters? No, there isn't in this question, so we don't need to put units in. The second example. Find Y correct to 1 decimal place. So here we have a right angle triangle, and Y is a mystery length. We know this angle here is 60. We know this is 15.3 long. First step is we label our triangle. This is H up here. Because we know 60, this is O, and then this is A. We then tick the one that we know. We know O, and the one that we would like to find out, which is A. And we ask ourselves, which of the ratios, sine, cos, or tan, has O and A in it? And the answer is tan. So I'm going to use tan 60 is O over A. And then tan 60 degrees is my O number, which is 15.3, divided by my A number, which is Y. Here is yet another example where the letter is on the bottom. To finish this sum off, we bring the Y over and multiply it. Y multiplied by tan 60 is 15.3. But I don't want Y multiplied by anything, I just want Y. So to get rid of a multiply, I bring it over and divide. 15.3 divided by tan 60. And it's this that I need to type into my calculator. So I go fraction 15.3 divided by tan 60. Double check I've typed it in correctly. Press equals. And up comes a third answer, but they want decimals, so I press the SD button. It's 8.83. Now my answer, go back to the question, how many decimals do they want? They want 1 decimal place, so my answer is y is 8.8. Again, there's no units in this question, but if this had been centimetres, then I would put centimetres in my answer.